Hi everyone, this is Michelle at michellesizemore.com. I'm a creative memories advisor, and today you're going to learn how to make this. This can be used as a title page where you put a 8x8 photo in the middle, like a large photo, or like almost a mini scrapbook page that's 8x8 with a collage of photos. Or you could put a title that says something like Sizemore Family Album in big sticker letters. You could put ruled paper in here and just journal in it on this white part. So the white part is very flexible. And you can, of course, also change the colors up to make it look completely different. I just chose these colors because I love this collection and it's almost Valentine's Day and it made me think of Valentine's Day. This collection is called Vivid Melodies, and the color or the packet from that collection is called Jazzberry. So that's where I got this patterned paper. And this background is a Creative Memories cardstock. I believe it's called Lipstick Pink. Another color we've had is Raspberry, or any bright fuchsia or hot pink would work just fine with this paper. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and now we'll learn how to make this. I use this Dollop Arch Frame Punch. It's kind of a mouthful, from Creative Memories. Now, normally when I teach how to use this punch, I teach that you start on this little black line here. But this is different. When you're making a frame with this punch, you have to start at a different line to get this look. And that line is right here. This little silver line in between the blue. Now the blue is going to show where you match up your pattern after you cut it. The silver is the background. So let's get to work. Okay, we'll roll up my sleeves a little bit. So I'm going to start my cardstock again right there on that silver line. So let's go. Okay, there. I want to hold it down really firm to make sure it doesn't slip on me, and there's a little lip that sticks up right here to help keep your paper straight. So I'm going to punch. Then I'm going to move this down a little bit and match up my pattern so that it completely covers the blue. Make sure it's very straight right here, very important, and punch. And I will do that all the way down. Okay, and then I end up with another line like this. So that is how it's supposed to look. Now, you flip it 1 degree sideways, or whatever, 45 degrees I should say. And then this part needs to line up with the silver edge, with the silver line, just like we did before, that line right there. And I'm going to punch that. Hold it tight. Match up your, get rid of this little extra piece. You can always use that for something later. And punch. I want to get rid of my scraps from underneath every now and then. Line up my pattern so that the blue is covered. Make sure it's straight up here. I'm holding it down here and punch. And I'm going to go all the way to the end. Now, I'm going to stop there and not make you have to watch me do the whole thing, but I wanted you to get the idea of how this works. Got something stuck up in there. Okay, now let's match my pattern. It's like something's caught in there. Okay. If you feel like something gets caught in here, just punch it a few times and it'll probably work its way out. Yeah, there we go. That did it. Okay, so, and then you line it up here and you punch. So basically you just go all the way around and do that. And remember, this little part's important. That's the part that you line up with that little silver line until you get the look of this. And then you would just mount this down with tape runner. I use the repositionable tape runner. I'm just going to sort of take this apart because I just did it. Since I use repositionable tape runner, I can take it apart. Okay. So I would put my tape runner, little dabs all the way around. You don't need a whole lot, just little dabs. And then I would stick it down onto my scrapbook page. You could also stick it down onto a pattern paper that goes with your collection that you're using if you want, like a light color on the back, but I just chose to put it on the white. Now then, I just cut this with my straight trimmer in a 9x9 square. Show you how to do that real quick. This is how I store all of my collection, all the jazzberries together along with coordinating cardstock and stuff. And I'm just going to pick out this paper and cut a 9x9 square, which means all I need to do is measure it to the 9 right here with my arm out. Again, it's right there. I'm going to make sure it's lined up, and then make sure it's lined up at the top so it's not going to be cut at an angle. And put your arm down and cut, and then I'm just going to flip it one way, measure it at the 9, and then I've got my 9x9 square. And then I would do the same thing with a piece of white cardstock to get this. Then I would mount this down. Like this. And then mount this down on top. 8x8. Like this. And again, this could be like a large photo or a collage of smaller photos, some embellishments, sticker letters, whatever you want to do on here is fine. You could also, if you want a different look, choose a different paper from the collection. I love this plaid. It's fun for Valentine's Day. And choose that. And then mount your 8x8 on top of that with your pictures or your design or whatever. This might even be prettier if you use this paper with a darker red back here. But I just wanted you to see how you can just totally change the look with the paper that you use. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope you guys have a great day.